What's up, everybody, and welcome back to my channel. So today I'm going to be showing you guys how I prep for my acrylic application. So first I'm just going in with this cuticle pusher, and I like to use the wood sticks because they're disposable. You can just throw them away after each client, whereas if you're using a metal tool, you do have to clean it between every single client. So a wood stick is just easier. And here I'm just going through and pushing back the cuticles. Then I take my file, and the same for the cuticle pusher. I do use a new file for every client, so this will be thrown away once I'm done. But really I'm just pulling back the skin and making sure that I'm getting the whole nail bed. And you don't want to go too hard. You just want to do a very light motion of filing, and because all we're doing is trying to get the oils off of the natural nail bed. You're not really trying to mess the natural nail bed up. You really want to make sure that you're getting in those side angles and everywhere, just to make sure that you're getting all the oils and shine off of the natural nail bed, because that can be a cause to lifting. I'm just taking my powder brush and wiping off all the dust, because you want to make sure all the dust is off, because any particles left on the nail bed can be a result of lifting too. Then I take my tips, and I will link these in the description box, and I'm just measuring the nail bed, and I'll show you guys a little bit closer to the camera that you really want to get that perfect fit. So here I'm going to show you how it looks like it fits in the middle, but once you slide it to the side, it doesn't fit all the way. So I tried the next size up, and that fits better. And you always want to go with the bigger size rather than the smaller size, because the smaller size is just going to be easier to pop off, which can lead to nails breaking. And once I get my sizes correct, I just set them to the side and measure all of the nails before applying the tips with glue. Here I just went ahead and sized both thumbs just to make sure, because not all fingers are the same. So that's also something you want to be cautious about. So then I'm just going in with my dehydrator, and I'm applying that over the nail bed. And the dehydrator is basically just a second thing that removes the shine and the oils from the nail bed after filing. So this is just to make sure that you got everything off and so that the nail tips can stick easier. I then take my glue and I'm just applying it onto the free edge part of the nail tip, the skinnier part, and then I'm applying just that part where that line ends. You don't want to put on the nail bed, if that makes sense. So you're just applying it to the very edge of the nail bed, the free edge. Then you want to hold the tip onto the nail bed for a good amount of seconds just to make sure that it's on right. And just try to make sure you get the tip as straight as possible so that the shaping can be amazing too. And here you will see how I apply glue on top of the nail bed, and sometimes I'll just do that if I feel like I didn't put enough glue underneath the tip, and I'm just securing it. I take my small scissors to cut where the client wants the length, and you could use a nail tip cutter for this too, but mine started to dull out, so I just decided to start using my scissors. And I always start with the ring finger for everything. I'm not really sure why. I think it's just because like the pinky is too small to correlate with the rest of the hand, so the ring finger basically gives a good view of what the whole set will look like, if that makes sense. And here I'm just kind of measuring each finger to each other, making sure I'm getting the right length for every single finger. And then you'll see me measuring this hand to the other hand just to make sure all the lengths are the same. This client wanted tapered square for the shape, so I didn't have to cut the tip any with my scissors. I just went in and kind of straightened the edges up. But if she did want like coffin or stiletto, then you would see me using my scissors to cut the shape then. But also what I do is once I'm finished with my shaping of that tip, then I'll go through and blend the free edge from the tip into the natural nail. And usually you're supposed to do that after you do, finish the shaping on every finger. But I just like to get one finger out the way and be done and work on one finger at a time. It's just easier for me. You can also see it's a habit of mine to kind of hold the nail bed while I'm shaping. And this is something you don't want to do because your fingertips can actually put oils back onto that nail bed, which can cause lifting. So for my reassurance, I just go through and kind of file that part where I put my finger on. And also I will use a dehydrate later on, which you will see. And that's just to make sure there's no oils on the nail bed. Throughout this process, you also want to make sure that your client isn't going through and touching her hair, touching her clothes, or going through her bag or anything that has to do with getting oils back onto that nail bed. It's very important. Then I go through and kind of just look at all the fingers together, make sure that the shaping is all consistent, and just checking for anything that I need to fix before I move on to the next step. And you'll see me fix one of the fingers. Just wiping all the dust off, making sure all the particles are off and the fingernails are clear. Then I'm just going in with my dehydrator from Valentino, and I'll link the website in the description box below. And you'll want to just apply this to the nail beds, not the tip. And again, the dehydrator is just to make sure that the nail bed is dried out and there's no oils attached, and to make sure there's no lifting. Then I take my Super Bond from Valentino, and yes, I know the bottle is dirty. Okay, I'm almost out. And I just apply it to the natural nail beds also, not the tip. And this just acts as a primer just to activate the nail beds for the acrylic, make sure it sticks better and allows the acrylic to form stronger. And now you are all ready for your acrylic application. Thank you guys for watching. Like, comment, subscribe, and let me know what other videos y'all would like to see.